Dolly Parton's new album, Rockstar. I mean, you're involved. She's included one of your songs on there as well. So tell us about that. How did all that come about?
Well, I heard that Dolly was starting to do, or in the middle of doing, her Rockstar album, because she had turned down the nomination to start with, because she just said, I'm a country singer. I'm not a rock and roller. So she said, I'm very honored. And then no one would let her off the hook. So the public even went along with it because everyone loves her so much. They said, go for it, Dolly. So she then made another statement saying, okay, I'm going to, against my better judgment, I'm going to accept this nomination, but I promise that I'm going to do, my next record will be a rock record. So I heard about her in this, because I'm in Nashville where she is. And so I got my manager to call up the producer and said, Peter would love to, if it's possible, if you got an open track for a solo on there, on the album somewhere. And then so Kent Wells, the producer, called me up and said, Peter. I said, yes. Hi, Kent. He said, is that all you want to do? Just a solo? I said, absolutely. I said, I'm sure all the duet slots are filled. He said, well, hang on a minute. So he said, would you ever be okay with doing Dolly doing one of your numbers with you? I said, let me think about that. Yes. So he said, give me a minute. So he literally gave me a couple of minutes, called me back and said, Dolly's screaming. She's so thrilled. She wants to do Baby, I Love You Way with you. So I said, oh my God, I got chills thinking about it. But the funny thing was, I said, when we were on this first phone call, Kent and I said, that's amazing, man. I can't thank you enough. But I did lowball you with the solo thing. Is there another song that I could play a solo on? Because that's all I called up for, you know. And he said, well, let me think. She's got one she wrote. Would you be okay with playing the solo on Let It Be? I said, I think so. Is it who I think it is singing it with her? And he said, yeah. And it's Ringo on drums and Mick Fleetwood on playing tambourine. I said, oh my God. I'm not going to do a Beatles solo, though. It'll have to be something different. Is that okay? He said, that's what I want. I want it to be updated. So I got to be I'm the only guy that's on 2 tracks.
Wow, incredible. And I've spoken to lots of people in the last few years, everyone's working remotely, but did you actually get to go in the studio with Dolly, or is it all remote again?
No, I was in the studio, but she wasn't in there. No, basically I sang it at home. I have a setup at home, and I sung the whole thing and I shipped it off to Kent. And I said, tell Dolly, you know, take me out wherever you want to take me out and put you in, you know. So she did. And then they sent it to me, and I was just floored by how much energy she brought to in fact, I had to redo some of mine to be a little bit more energetic and to equal her. But oh my God, it was such a thrill to my family and I were, my kids and everything. They'd heard it and they were just like so thrilled, because she's so loved worldwide and does so much for so many people that, you know, when Jeff Bezos gave her, like, what was it, 200 million to invest, because she knows how to do it. I guess she knows how to invest. So she follows all the needs of people worldwide, you know. So I applaud her, as we all do.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But it's interesting because such a wide range of artists cover your music, from Dolly to Diana Ross to Dinosaur Jr. and Big Mountain and Tesla. it's so many different people. So how do you feel when you hear these other artists recording your music?
Well, obviously I'm honored, you know, that they feel my song is any of my songs are worthy of covering. So yeah, it's basically a thank you. Mostly, I mean, you know, some versions are better than others. I think my favorite version of, apart from Dolly's now, apart from of Baby I Love You Away, is Big Mountain.
Yeah.
I just thought that was it's a great pop record. It's got everything in there. It's even got the key change. So, yeah, it very well. I knew when it was being done because they asked me, the producer asked me, would you ever think about redoing Baby I Love You Away as a reggae? I said, absolutely not. I've done that song so many times. I don't think I could ever sing it any other way,
Yeah.
I said, but he said, well, I have a band I think I'd like to cut it with. I said, feel free, please go ahead. And that was Big Mountain. And then before I knew it, and my version's in the film on the radio, and then they used Big Mountain's version as the single. And of course, the damn thing went #1 around the world. It blew me away.